A smug text, a brewing fire. My husband, Lucas, texted 3 days after ousting me from our company, his words dripping with arrogance. "Come to your senses, Elise?" I stared at divorce papers on my Denver condo's counter, next to a laptop showing $1.5 million in fraudulent transfers his cousin, Mia, had hidden. "Meet me at 4. I replied, voice calm. "We need to talk." He answered, "Be sensible." In his glass-walled office, he thought he'd won. In 10 minutes, he'd face a reckoning. Thanks for joining Elise's stand. If betrayals ever cut deep, hit subscribe. It's free and fuels stories like this. Let's spark the truth. 3 days ago, I'd entered our boardroom expecting a budget discussion. Instead, Lucas and Mia ambushed me, accusing me of financial lapses over 2 approved expenses. Security ushered me out, my team avoiding my gaze. I'd co-founded PeakPulse, crunching numbers through sleepless nights to secure $8 million in funding. Now I was the pariah. The cracks had shown for weeks. Lucas excluded me from client pitches, saying I should focus on ledgers. Mia, hired 4 months ago with no finance experience, lingered constantly, her strategy role vague. I ignored Lucas's late-night calls, his new cufflinks, Mia's knowing smirks. Then I found a $10,000 consulting invoice for a non-existent firm. Lucas waved it off. Mia's handling vendors. My instincts screamed fraud. Our condo told our rise. A corkboard wall with our first pitch deck, a linen sofa from our first profit, our wedding photo, vows of partnership scrawled on bar napkins. Our husky, Cody, sensed the shift, staying close as Lucas grew distant. My aunt's words over her famous lasagna lingered. A marriage without trust is a startup without capital. She was right. Tuesday, post-firing, rage replaced shock. I called my mentor, Professor Carlin Gwynn, who traced $1.5 million to shell companies tied to Mia. My attorney, Lena Marks, chuckled. Fired without board consent? We'll torch them. A reporter, Zoe Quinn, jumped at my tip about PeakPulse culture issues. I leaned into evidence, not tears. Lucas arrived at 4:05 p.m., early, in a bespoke suit, radiating CEO confidence. He thought I'd beg. "Elise," he said, settling into our teal armchair, "I'm glad you're ready to move forward." Cody growled softly, sensing tension. I poured coffee, his favorite Ethiopian blend, into a mug from our Costa Rican honeymoon. "Let's discuss terms," I said, sliding divorce papers from a drawer, my laptop open to Carla's report. "What's this?" Lucas's smirk faded as he saw Lena's letterhead. I flipped the laptop. $1.5 million siphoned via Apex Ventures, Core Strategies, and Nexus Advisors, shells linked to Mia. "Your cousin's work," I said, "while you fired me for $6,000 in approved expenses." His hand froze on the mug. I clicked to bank records. Mia's signature on every account. "You approved her consulting fees." Lucas paced to the window, Denver's skyline glinting. "This is a mistake." I opened Zoe's draft article. PeakPulse CFO ousted to hide fraud. 17 employees say Mia took credit for their work, I said. "Your board didn't know you fired me." His phone buzzed. Mia, no doubt. "Call her," I urged. "Ask about Apex." He didn't. "I trusted her," he whispered. "And not me," I replied. "You chose her lies over our vows." He grabbed the divorce papers, face ashen. "We can fix this." "No," I said. "You broke it." He left, papers in hand, Cody's eyes tracking him out. By dawn, Zoe's article dropped. PeakPulse fraud cover-up. The board called an emergency meeting. Carla's evidence sparked an FBI probe. Mia was arrested. Lucas faced probation. I bought his shares cheap with Apex Ventures backing, renaming the company Ember Analytics. Cody slept by my new office's window, overlooking the Rockies. My aunt's photo sat on my desk, her lasagna recipe taped to it. Strength in roots. 6 months later, Ember landed a Google contract. At a Denver gala, I won an ethics award. Lucas watched online, a shadow of himself. Aunt Lila met me for brunch, introducing a client who'd survived his own betrayal. "Build honest," she said, squeezing my hand. Lucas appeared at the coffee shop one morning, graying, in a coder's hoodie. "You rebuilt it better," he said. I nodded. "Truth lasts." Cody wagged, forgiving. I didn't. My office plaque reads, "Integrity in numbers, courage in leadership." The fire-eyed spark burned away lies, leaving only what's real.